Imagine this. You work 2 jobs, you save every penny. You finally buy a small house, a safe place for you and your kids. It is not a mansion, but it is your castle. You do everything right. You call to get home insurance, just a standard box to tick on the adulting checklist, and then the letter arrives. We regret to inform you your application for home insurance has been denied. Your world stops. Why, how can this happen? You have a good job, you have a perfect payment history, and then a terrifying thought crosses your mind. Was it because I am a single mom? This is the exact nightmare Olivia, a single mother of 2 from Ohio, lived through today. We are going to dive deep into her story and uncover the shocking truth about why home insurance companies make these decisions. This is not just about one person. This is about a hidden bias in the system that affects thousands of people, especially in the USA and the UK. I am your host, and we are about to go on an investigation to answer one burning question. Can an insurance company really deny you for being a single parent? The answer is more complicated than you think, and what we discovered will change how you see your insurance policy forever. Let us go back to the beginning. Olivia had just closed on her 3-bedroom house. It was a proud moment, a symbol of her independence. She went online, filled out the application for insurance, truthfully listing her income, her assets, and her status as the sole adult occupant. A few days later, her phone rang. It was the insurance agent. His tone was polite but firm. Olivia, I am sorry, but after reviewing your application, we cannot offer you a policy at this time. Olivia was stunned. She asked why, but the agent just gave a vague reason about company guidelines and risk assessment. He could not or would not give her a straight answer. This is the first hook, the mystery. Why would a profitable company turn away a paying customer? Insurance is all about calculating risk. So what risk did they see in a hard-working single mother? Was it discrimination? Was it legal? We will get to the bottom of this. But first, if you have ever felt confused or powerless dealing with a big corporation, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more investigations that empower you. Olivia felt angry and humiliated. The thought that her family structure was being judged as inadequate was a painful blow. She started searching online and found forums filled with similar stories. Single parents, mostly mothers, sharing almost identical experiences of denials or suddenly skyrocketing premiums. They all felt the same confusion and frustration. But here is where our investigation takes a turn, because the truth is the insurance company did not deny Olivia specifically for the word single mom on her application. That would be illegal and easily challenged in court. So what was the real reason? To understand, we need to step into the mind of an insurance company. They are not emotional entities. They are mathematical ones. They use massive amounts of data to create risk profiles. They look for patterns. So while they cannot legally discriminate against marital status, they can and do use other factors that statistically correlate with single-parent households. This is the crucial distinction. This is where the real story begins. The first major factor is credit-based insurance scores. This is different from your regular credit score. In the USA and the UK, many insurers use a special score based on your credit history to predict the likelihood of you filing a claim. The statistics they rely on show that individuals with lower credit scores tend to file more claims. Now think about the financial pressure on a single income household. A single parent is managing all the bills on one salary. A medical emergency or a car repair can cause a temporary dip in a credit score. So the insurer is not seeing a single mom. They are seeing a number that their data says is higher risk. The second factor is the condition and age of the home. Olivia bought an older home because it was what she could afford. Older homes often come with older wiring, outdated plumbing, and roofs that are near the end of their life. These are huge red flags for insurance companies. A faulty wire can cause a fire. An old pipe can burst and cause massive water damage. A single parent stretching their budget might not have a large cash reserve for immediate major repairs. So the insurer sees a higher probability of a claim being filed for this property. But wait, there is a third and perhaps the most significant factor: occupancy. Imagine you are an insurance algorithm. Your data tells you that a home with 2 adults present as a lower risk. Why? Because if a pipe bursts at 10 a.m. while one adult is at work, the other adult might be home to catch it early, minimizing the damage. Or, if a fire starts, two adults can more effectively manage the emergency. A single parent is likely to be at work or caring for children away from the home for large parts of the day, so the house is empty more often, increasing the risk that a small problem becomes a catastrophic claim before it is discovered. Let that sink in. The insurance company denied Olivia not because she was a single mother, but because their cold hard data associated her situation with higher financial risk, a older home, and increased periods of vacancy. It was a denial by correlation, not by direct discrimination. This is the subtle hidden bias that is perfectly legal and incredibly common. But knowing this is the key to fighting back. So, what did Olivia do? She did not give up. She fought back, and her story has a happy ending that you can learn from. Her first step was to get official copies of her credit report from all three major agencies. She checked for any errors and disputed them. She then focused on improving her score by paying down small balances and ensuring all bills were paid on time. This takes months, but it is the most powerful long-term step. Her second step was proactive. She got a home inspection, not just for her own peace of mind, but to get a professional report. She then used that report to address the biggest red flags. She did not have to rewire the entire house immediately, but she could afford to install smoke detectors and a security system. She fixed a leaky faucet and had an electrician check the panel. She documented every single improvement with photos and receipts. Her third step was the game changer: shopping around. Not all insurance companies use the same algorithms. Some are more forgiving of certain risk factors than others. Olivia did not just try one or two other companies. She tried over a dozen. She used independent insurance agents who work with multiple companies and can find the best fit. She was brutally honest on the applications, but she was also prepared with her documentation: the home inspection report, the proof of security system, installation, the record of her stable employment. And then it happened. On her fifth application, an agent said, "We can work with this." They saw Olivia not just as a set of data points, but as a responsible homeowner who had taken concrete steps to mitigate risk. They offered her a policy. It was not the cheapest policy on the market, but it was coverage. It was the security she needed for her family. Olivia's story teaches us a vital lesson in 2025. Insurance is a negotiation. You are not just a passive applicant. You are an active participant in shaping your risk profile. You have the power to change the narrative. So if you are a single parent or anyone who has been denied, here is your action plan. First, know your rights. In both the USA and the UK, it is illegal to deny coverage based solely on marital status, gender, or family status. If you suspect this is the real reason, you can file a complaint with regulatory bodies like your State Department of Insurance in the US or the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK. Second, know your data. Get your free credit reports and understand your credit-based insurance score. Improve it wherever you can. This is your financial resume. Make it shine. Third, become a master of documentation before you even apply for insurance. Get a home inspection. Make a list of every safety feature your home has: deadbolts, fire extinguishers, a new roof, a renovated kitchen. Take pictures. Keep all receipts for repairs and improvements. This portfolio is your evidence that you are a low-risk homeowner. Fourth, shop around relentlessly. Do not take the first no as the final answer. Use online comparison tools, but also pick up the phone and talk to local independent agents. They are invaluable resources who understand the local market and which companies are more flexible. Finally, consider increasing your deductible. If you can afford a higher out-of-pocket cost in case of a claim, say $1,000 instead of $500, the insurance company will often reward you with a lower premium. This shows them you are confident in your ability to maintain your home and are only seeking protection for major disasters. Olivia's story is one of resilience. It is not a story about a victim. It is a story about a woman who unraveled a complex system and beat it at its own game. She turned a denial into an opportunity to become more financially literate and a more proactive homeowner. The system may be built on data, but you control the data you present. You can change the story from a high-risk single parent to a responsible, savvy homeowner who has taken every step to protect their investment. That is a profile any insurance company would want. Or the next time you look at your insurance policy, remember, It is not a fixed decree. It is a dynamic agreement. Your actions have the power to change its terms. Do not be afraid to ask why. Do not be afraid to challenge a decision, and never ever believe that a denial is the end of the road. If you found this investigation helpful, if you learned something that could protect you or someone you love, please support this channel by hitting the like button and subscribing. Share your own experiences in the comments below. Have you ever had an insurance denial? What was your story? We can all learn from each other. Thank you for watching. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to protecting your home and your family. Stay strong, stay informed, and I will see you in the next video.